Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between snow-capped mountains, there lived a beautiful young princess named Snow White. She was known far and wide for her radiant beauty and her heart as pure as freshly fallen snow. Snow White's mother, the queen, passed away when she was just a child, leaving the king devastated. Unable to bear the loss, he decided to remarry, hoping to find a loving mother for his beloved daughter. The new queen, however, was not the kind and gentle soul the kingdom had hoped for. She was a vain and wicked woman who possessed a magic mirror. Every day, she would ask the mirror, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And the mirror would reply, "You, my queen, are the fairest in the land." As Snow White grew older, her beauty surpassed even that of the queen. This angered the wicked stepmother, and her envy grew day by day. Unable to tolerate the idea of anyone being more beautiful than her, the queen hatched a sinister plan. One winter's day, as the snowflakes danced in the air, the queen called for her most trusted huntsman. She ordered him to take Snow White into the woods and end her life. The huntsman, torn between loyalty to the queen and his affection for Snow White, couldn't bring himself to harm the innocent princess. "Run, Snow White, run far into the woods and never return," he whispered, his voice heavy with guilt. Snow White, frightened and confused, obeyed the huntsman's plea. She ran through the thick woods, her breath visible in the cold air. As night fell, the princess stumbled upon a small cottage nestled among the trees. Exhausted and seeking refuge, she cautiously opened the door. To her surprise, the cottage was cozy and warm, as if someone had just been there. Snow White explored the rooms and discovered 7 tiny beds neatly arranged in a row. Realization dawned on her. This must be the home of 7 dwarfs who worked in the nearby mines. As Snow White made herself at home, the dwarfs returned from their long day's work. They were taken aback to find the princess in their cottage, but upon hearing her story, their hearts softened. They welcomed her with open arms, and Snow White soon became a part of their small, happy family. Meanwhile, back at the castle, the wicked queen received what she believed to be Snow White's heart in a jeweled box. Satisfied that she was now the fairest in the land, the queen resumed her daily routine, unaware that her stepdaughter was alive and well. Life in the dwarf's cottage was idyllic for Snow White. Each day, the dwarfs set off to work in the mines, and she took care of their home. The dwarfs were named Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, Doc, and Dopey, each with their unique quirks and personalities. Snow White's presence brought joy and warmth to their lives. As the days turned into weeks, word of Snow White's beauty spread, reaching even the queen's ears. Consumed by jealousy once more, the queen consulted her magic mirror. To her horror, the mirror revealed the truth. Snow White was alive and well, living with the dwarfs. Furious and determined to eliminate her rival, the queen concocted a plan. Disguising herself as an old peddler woman, she visited the dwarf's cottage, offering Snow White a beautiful, poisoned apple. "Take a bite, my dear, and all your dreams will come true," the queen cackled. Unaware of the wicked plot, Snow White bit into the apple and immediately fell into a deep slumber. The dwarfs returned home to find their beloved princess lifeless. Grief-stricken, they placed her in a glass coffin and mourned her untimely fate. One day, a handsome prince heard tales of the enchanting princess in the glass coffin. Intrigued, he sought out the dwarf's cottage. Struck by Snow White's beauty, the prince couldn't bear the sight of her lifeless form. Gently, he kissed her lips, breaking the curse that had befallen her. Snow White stirred, her eyes fluttering open. The dwarfs rejoiced, and the prince and princess shared a tender moment. The wicked queen, however, was not ready to relinquish her title as the fairest. Consumed by her own darkness, she met a fitting end, and the kingdom was finally free from her tyranny. Snow White and the prince were married in a grand ceremony, and the dwarfs, who had become their dearest friends, celebrated the joyous occasion. The once wicked stepmother's magic mirror, now shattered, could no longer spread falsehoods. Happily ever after descended upon the kingdom as Snow White, the prince, and the dwarfs lived in harmony. The tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs became a legend, a story of love triumphing over jealousy, and the enduring magic found in the heart of a pure and kind princess.